starting till the end. If you register and you could not attend, you can still access the recording, the deck on the same page. Lastly, feel free to leverage the chat section with your questions while the speakers present. We will, however, end up with a question and answer session towards the end where you all can unmute. But I suggest that you all use the chat section when the speakers are already presenting. Yes, we also have a small quiz at the end to make it a bit fun and interesting for you guys. So yeah, let's make this an interactive session, and also feel free to DM me or reach out to me if you all also look forward to volunteer or share your knowledge like the speakers are doing today. Yes, Deepak, over to you. We can start.
Thank you. Ganesh, do you want
Thank
to
you.
share the screen? We'll start.
Yeah, sure. Mm. So screen is visible.
Yep. Just go to the presentation mode.
Okay.
Just a sec. Just a sec, guys. Just sharing. Okay, sorry for this. It was just a setup glitch. So I'll just introduce myself first. Hi everyone, I'm Deepak. I work as a automation technical lead at Flights and FCM Travel. It is a travel industry. So I work there, and I am also the chapter lead for Delhi NCR community. So any of you, if you are interested in uh, giving a session or being in person, and we do regular meetups in Delhi NCR. So if you are in Delhi NCR, do join us for that. We do try to do regular in-person meetups there. So just like Suhani mentioned, we have 5 sessions in this series, and in this series, the whole target is to just see how the modern automation looks like, because during the years past and a lot of things have changed up. So in this, we just wanted to show you a approach how you can utilize the latest features in, and how you can do all of that, and just see how it goes. So last session we did cover areas where we have the UiPath screenplay that is called UI agent. So now we are gonna cover today how the UI automation look like when things are changing. So there is a lot of thing autopilot, how you can utilize that in your automations. It will help you out in creating processes. The second thing is semantic selectors, how semantic selectors can help you keep a fallback method. So even if your regular selectors fails, you can just try that out. And third is how the object repository can be used with autopilot, and scenarios like that. We'll also cover a bit of demo on that as well. So just a UiPath community page, we are posting everything there. So if you are interested in more virtual sessions or in-person sessions, just join this group, and you'll be notified every session that is coming, and you can just join. Even if you don't are not available at that time for the virtual session, you can still invite yourself, just RSVP there, and you'll get the recording of that whenever that is available. So do that. Next screen, Ganesh. So this is the
Okay.
WhatsApp. Sorry, is anybody saying
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, actually there is something.
Just minimize the screen. I think the screenshot will
Yeah,
work. Just
exactly.
minimize it. Okay. So if this is the WhatsApp group of Delhi NCR community. So if you want to join this group, go ahead, just scan it and join that group. In this, if you have any questions, if you are doing some automation and you are being stuck at that, so you can just drop a message there. Anybody from the group will try to help you out. We try to keep it formal there, just questions and answer. We don't spam anything there. So any sessions that is coming, anything network, anything to learn, you can just drop a message there. We'll just stay on this page for a few seconds and then we'll move forward. And meanwhile, I'm sharing the link of the sessions. I think Suhani has also shared the separate link. I'm sharing the whole link so you can just register for upcoming sessions and we'll see you there. And do listen to the session. And at the end, we have a quiz in which we are gonna ask you questions about what we have covered today. And if you are on the top, and you will get a voucher. You can, by through that you can get goodies, and also do keep an eye for that. Okay, Ganesh, I think we are ready. You can just introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. This is Ganesh here. So I'm a senior RP developer in Flight Center Management. So about myself, I have been using UiPath since from 6 years, and I have experience about 6 years. So I do a lot of I use a lot of tools like UiPath, Power Automate, and different AI tools as well. So UiPath is a great community. So I am here to discuss about the topics. So yeah, let's discuss about topics. So so today's agenda is a UiPath Autopilot, Semantic Selector, and Object Repository. So what exactly the UiPath Autopilot does. It's a AI assistant that gives us a solution. It depends on the prompt. So if you want to say something, or if you want to understand the flow of the activities, so you can just say the prompt. So autopilot will give the answer. uh, then semantic selector is a drawback method of selector. So it gives a intelligent UI element identification. So it will go on to the fallback method and it will recover the UI selector over there. And object repository is for the UI repository. Let's suppose you are using in application or automation. Uh, so there is a UI repository. So we are centralizing that selectors over there. So let's discuss about Autopilot. So Autopilot is, as I said, it's a describe intent. It gives a describe intent, analyze context, and generate workflows. Let's suppose someone have created the workflow and we need to debug that workflow. So Autopilot will give us the solution, or it will describe the solution, like what exactly that flow is doing, what RE framework is doing, what is the best practice of that. So that intent will Autopilot does. Then analyze context. Let's suppose we required a link queue or any solution of the code. So Autopilot will give us the solution or any activity we required. So Autopilot will give us the solution. So I have one example, like in my scenario, I want a business exception, and in that business exception, I want a screenshot. So at that point, Autopilot give me that solution, how we can do that in business exception part in RE framework. It generates workflow. So let's suppose we have a workflow and we need to make a workflow. So we can give us the document, and also we can give them a screenshot, so it will create the workflow as well. So that's the main feature of that Autopilot. So it is a natural language workflow creation. So at the background, it using a LLM model, and it is an intelligent activity suggestion. So it gives a solution like uh, means it gives us choices as well, which method you want to use. It's like that as well. It's a real-time code explanation. So as I said, it's when we are debugging or we want to get the solution. So Autopilot will give the solution as well. In the error detection, let's suppose we got any error, so it will give how the method or how the error will resolve, so it will give that solution as well. And also the best practices. So RE framework is a vast topic, so in that topic it will give us the best practice or recommendation of which method we needs to choose or which activity we needs to choose. So that suggestion will give by Autopilot. So that's all about Autopilot. And what are the benefits of Autopilot is it's a faster solution, improved consistency, and learning accelerated. So faster development means it will take or it will save our time. Let's suppose we have a document and screenshot, so it already creates a flow for us. We required some objects in our project, so it creates a faster development, then improved consistency. So for the best practice or for the solution, we can depend on Autopilot as well. And learning accelerate. So in at the time of debugging, um, we can get some solution faster. So at that time it will help that uh, it help on that point. uh, yeah.
Great. I'll also just add a few points here. So, as Ganesh mentioned, how autopilot is and what are the benefits of that. So, just to give you an idea how we can understand that, think of it as a model. So, we have different kind of LLM models that are available in the market: Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. It is based on a model, but it is linked. It is linked in your studio and assistant both, so that if you need to do any kind of context, it knows what you are trying to do, what you are trying to achieve, and it can also reference things that you have in your environment. For example, for studio, if you are in a studio web or studio desktop, so if you have a idea that you want to create this, for example, you have to go to a certain website, do some things there and do something else, but here you are just giving the context and autopilot can create the workflow for you. It may not be the like the expert level one, like it fine tune everything and doing everything else, but it will provide you a structure altogether and that you can start working on that. It is not only required in the whole webflow creation, but you can also use it inside activities as well. For example, if you have invoke code, assign activity, and inside that activity you are passing some query in that. For example, if you are using link query and that link query is having some issues and you are not able to find it, rather than going to any other area, you can just use the autopilot feature in that activity itself to fix it, and it will fix it up for you. And so it is linked in your own environment, so that makes it more important. The example that we are going to cover for autopilot is to how you can utilize that to create workflows or create activities through object repository or normal workflows as well. But just to give you an idea how it is working in the background. And other feature is also, if you have UiPath autopilot enabled, if you go to UiPath assistant, there is a autopilot feature enabled there. You can also talk to it as a normal LLM model as well. For example, if you go to ChatGPT and talk there, the autopilot have that capability inside it as well, and it knows your environment too. So just to give you an idea, any questions on that, just pop it in the chat and I'll keep answering. Meanwhile, Ganesh, you can move forward.
Yeah, thank you. So let's go for demo and let's understand that how it works. So let me just share my screen. Okay. So this is the application, and we are taking the screenshot of it. and we want a solution like how it will create the flow. So, okay. Oh, I think so. Okay. Uh, we are taking the screenshot of it. Let's test it. Uh, could you please create flow for me? Okay. Let's see how it responds. So I already have a object repository for that. So it will take the reference of it and it will create that workflow. It take some time, I think so. Yeah, let me refresh that. Okay, I will do that again. Create a workflow for me. Okay, generating a workflow. So it get understand of that, and so it's saying that we can do email address. So this is the URL and email address, and this we can do that over here. So let me retry this. Okay, think so. Okay, one thing, let me just change the module.
Okay. Uh, I think that there is some issue on the backend system because we are using the staging environment. So give it a try if it works.
Okay,
Otherwise, if you have a backup video, just show that and we can move forward because we are on time limit here.
okay. Uh, think so. Okay, Yeah, understood. So, okay, but if we give the screenshot of it, so it will create the workflow. Uh, so let me just go for the next one. I think so. There is a network glitch, so that's why happening here.
Uh, Ganesh, if you have the video, just you can show that right now. The API in the staging environment gets tricky sometime, but just show the video. If it runs at the end, we'll show that again. Otherwise, you can go forward
Actually, video, okay, it
because there is
hasn't.
no demo complete without failing in live environment. So just go ahead, no worries.
Okay, I will go for the next topic, then I will give the demo of then.
Yeah, we'll come back on the demo again. So no worries on that.
Okay, sure. Okay, no issues. So this is the thing that will Autopilot will do a workflow for that. Then let me just share my screen for the semantic automation. So this is another topic we are covering, semantic automation. So this is the fallback method that we are doing. So before traditional, what is the difference between traditional and semantic selector? So we do have four selectors in a traditional. First one is fuzzy selector, strict selector, and image and CV selector. So semantic is a another option we have. It is a prompt level selector. So as per the context space, it selects the UI and it will give the output like this. So in the traditional, we rely on fixed elements. So we required a fixed path. It is a UI structure, so it breaks the U if the UI structure has been changed, and it is depend on position based identification, and it requires a high maintenance. So I know that in the industries we required more than 50% UI failures happen because of these fragile application and fix automation, fix UI. So semantic will help us on that. So it's a prompt level or context based selector, and it is not it understands the element meaning, and it adapts the UI changes. It understands like human, so we are giving the prompt, so it will understand like this. It requires a minimal maintenance if we give the config value into that. So or we store that prompt into the config, so it will we can change that prompt as per our requirement. It is a resilient and modern web apps, so we can use that over there. So why this is important for us? Because in the industries we required stability, resilience, efficiency, and reliability. So I heard somewhere more than 50% automations, and I experienced that as well. More than 50% of failure is due to UI failure. So we required a solution. So semantic is another option for us to uh, how we can use that or how we can reduce the failures. So let's go for the demo for this as well. So I have created same workflow for this. Uh, Let me share the screen for it. Okay, so I have created a workflow for. Okay, I will create the workflow. Uh, I'm giving the age. Okay, so it usually works because uh, we have the same UI over here. So let's run that flow. Okay, it's working now because we do have same UI on that website. Let me just change the UI of this website. I can just say that. Can say the okay. So this has been changed over here, and let me just check. So whether we are using semantic selector or not, I need to understand. Okay, so let's just run that one. Cool. Okay, while performing that activity, it's getting failed because I changed that UI. Let's suppose means let's use here a semantic selector. So I have created a library for it. Let me just go into that library. And here I'm using, so in the new experience, you can see that in target, the semantic selector. So let me just open that one and confirm that. So this is the library we have here. And let me just open my project.
Meanwhile, Ganesh is running the demo, so I just wanted to add a few things here. So, semantic, I think if you have seen the screenplay session in the last week, so we did cover screenplay, and in that we did see how we can utilize prompt to do certain actions. So, the semantic selector is a part of that area as well. So, it is running through AI. So, it is an advanced version of computer vision that we used to do. So it analyzed where you have to click on, and then it tries to do that on the basis of prompt. So with that prompt, it just identifies where you have to click and do click on that. So it does consume units, AI units. So it is recommended to use that as a fallback method. So try to have your main selector as your main method, and if that selector method fail, keep the cement. You can keep the semantic as your fallback method, and it will, the prompt that it requires, it will create automatically. You can just fine tune that prompt and just keep working on that. And the consumption of that is usually zero point 0.5 per run or something like that, but it still depends on the license plan, if you are on a flex plan or a unified plan. So that I've been sharing in the chat how you can see on that. uh, you can go through that document.
Okay. So I uploaded and upgraded the library here. So it's 1.0.3. So let's run that again. So it will take some time because first it is looking for the fuzzy selector, and then it will go to the fallback method as a semantic. So maybe it will take some time. It looks it look for the timeout session, like 30 seconds is a default, and it will go for the next one as a fallback method. Yes. So it did perform with the fallback method, and it is a semantic selector. So that will work as per prompt, how the prompt you are providing or giving the inputs. So it will act like this. So let me just give you the prompt of it. So to understand that, okay. Um, okay, so this is the prompt I have given. Please check income input, because this is the income input I have provided, and type the value over there. So that it is a context based uh, prompt. So rather than technical attributes, it will understand the context or prompt, and it will perform like this. As Deepak said that it will consume zero point 0.5 AI units as per your module. Uh, it can consume like this. So yeah, that's all about the semantic selector. Okay. Any questions regarding that?
Hi, Ganesh.
Uh,
Saurabh this side.
right.
I want
Hi.
to ask, like, can we do multiple selectors in one semantic selector? Is it possible, or we will work only for one selector, like for the
Uh,
relative field?
it is used for only one selector. For the multiple thing, we can go for the screenplay.
Okay, okay. Thanks.
Yeah,
I have
Hi,
one question.
Ganesh.
yeah, sure.
So actually, like you mentioned about zero point 0.5 AI units will be consumed when you're using the semantic selector. How about
Mm.
using semantic selector in object repository? Like if you are using that in object repository, then only zero point 0.5 AI units will be consumed, but we will have semantic selector for the entire project, right? So is that logic applied when we are using object repository with semantic selector?
No,
I'll answer that. So,
yeah.
the unit consumption is based on how that is running. So, for example, if you have a process in that it contains 10 activities, and in 5 of them you have applied semantic selectors, and 5 of them are normal selectors. And when it is running in unattended mode through orchestrator, at that time, if those 5 selectors which were semantic, the normal selectors were not working for them and the semantic were running, so that each activity will consume unit. It doesn't depends on object repos adding them to object repository. It depends on how you are executing it. So if an executing activity is being executed through semantic and as a fallback method that is making your work, then it will consume unit.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, Deepak.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ganesh,
And
I have a doubt.
Deepak,
Go ahead, go
what's
ahead.
about
Yeah. So yeah, how the screenplay method and this one combinationally working together. So as I attended in the last session, the screenplay we are like using some activities here and we are passing the comment from the orchestrator. So how the semantic selector and screenplay both together working here? So can you please explain that?
Yep. So in screenplay, you must have noticed that we are passing prompt and we are doing more than one actions in that. Okay. But in this, it is a fallback method. It is not a method through which our process is being executed end to end. But in this, we have our main method as selectors. So for example, if we have a click activity, that is our main approach. But for a given scenario or a certain customer, for that it has failed, and then it is going to semantic and it is going to consume units only that. But screenplay is something, if you are using that, it will consume unit. It will not even try the selectors approach. It is just that it will consume units and run on the prompt that you have given. That is the basic difference in both of them.
Yeah,
So
but
if I
how it is
if
togetherly working together. So as I heard this session, you said like
Mhm.
screenplay both together work, right?
Okay.
So how
Okay.
it will be like working?
So
That's what.
in screenplay, I mentioned like don't take all process in a screenplay. The things where the normal RPA is working, use that, and where the normal RPA is failing at certain area, try to use screenplay there. So in that, there are different process. Like for example, in a complete workflow, you have to do 20 actions. 10 of them are like similar actions that can be done through RPA, and 10 are the dynamic one which you have to do through screenplay prompt. So for that 10 that you are doing through selectors, in that you can keep a fallback mechanism as semantic, so that if even if those fails, we have a fallback method for that. But even if they are working with selectors, we are not we are not letting it to consume any unit for us, because if we use screenplay in all of that, it is going to consume unit for all of that. But with the RPA selectors part, if that is working fine, that will run. But if that fails, then it take the semantic part as a backup, and it only and it consumes unit for that part only, not the whole process. So that is the combination that I would suggest.
So
yeah,
can we
so
say like this? Can we say like this? So if I have a very complex UI element and I am trying first, I am trying with the normal traditional method and keeping that semantic as a fallback method, and after that that is also not working, I can go with the screenplay. So
Yes,
like
yes.
this.
So because in semantic 2, we are just giving the prompt for a single activity. It doesn't know the whole context which we are trying to achieve. But with screenplay, the whole prompt is based on what we are trying to achieve here. Because if you'll notice the prompt that Ganesh has shown for the amount part, so it has that prompt for that particular area. It doesn't
Mhm.
know you are trying to do something else or not. What are you trying to achieve? So that you said is absolutely correct.
Okay, got it. Yeah, thank you.
let's suppose screenplay is a new approach. It requires 100% unit consumption, but in semantic selector, it's a optional. If the trigger will means drawback method will trigger, so it will consume the uh, uh, AI units. Otherwise, it will go with a traditional method.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, how we are like efficiently, effectively using the AI units, right? It's like
exactly,
based on
exactly. So yeah,
understood.
Saving the
Makes
unit
sense.
is also a part because every unit
Yeah,
consumes your money.
cost.
And
Yeah,
yeah, so cost part, the return on investment is also keeping in mind to have maintain a balance because the unit consumption directly depends on the return on investment for your automation. So you have to make a balance in certain areas.
yeah. It's really interesting. Very good. Awesome.
yeah.
Hello, hello, Ganesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick query. So I wanted to know, you mentioned if my regular selectors fail, then it will use the semantic selector and there is consumable cost for it, right? So once that is done and the process is successful, will it notify the user or support team or anyone that the semantic was used because some selector did not work fine? So that next time before the process runs, the support team can look at it, fix the selector, so this cost is not repeated again and again. Is that a thing, or this is just a normal fallback method?
Yes, we can do that. We can. So in the logs, you can see that I seen you the logs over there. It's a fallback method. So it will
Mhm.
trigger that and will go through the if statement or anything. We can make like this, and it will. You can send the email to concerned person or concerned team. You can do like this.
It's not a
Okay.
functionality, but there is a workaround on that. So you get that in logs. Either you can go
Mm-hmm.
through the orchestrator through logs, and either you
Mm-hmm.
can set up some condition inside code if that is being used. It's not a actual functionality, but it's you can create workarounds in that.
Okay. So honestly, the logs thing is not practical because we have like hundreds
Yep,
of
yep,
processes running every
yes.
day. So no support individual can track those logs until exceptions occur.
Yep.
But so you are mentioning there will be some Boolean variable that will be set to true or false, something like that, which when used with a if statement can send out an email to support that, hey, this process when run at XYZ timestamp had used semantic. Please look at it once, something like that.
Uh, I'll answer first, then Ganesh will answer his version. So I don't think there is something like that. Maybe Ganesh can answer better on that. But what I think you can do, it's not that the logs is tricky, but I know. But if you filter out the logs with error or there is a way in which logs we have, in there is a error or fatal, if I'm not wrong, the
Mhm.
issue will come in those two logs only. So you can easily filter out where the issues are. You can just filter those logs and just see where it is having error or warning, and then you can get to know that. The other approach, Ganesh can verify if that is available or not.
Mhm.
Uh,
Because I think
Yeah.
when the fallback selector, like the fallback semantic stepped in, I did not see any error messages. It just took longer to do the task that was mentioned. I
Right,
did not see
right,
any
right, right.
error
But
messages in the
Actually, it
studio.
will give
go
us a
ahead, go ahead.
uh, warning log. So
Okay.
yeah, we can filter out warning logs only, so you can see that.
Hmm.
Maybe
Okay.
I can add some
Honestly,
more over here. I'm so sorry
Yeah,
if I take few minutes.
go ahead, go
no.
ahead.
There is a in UiPath, sorry, in Orchestrator, there is a option called basically, if you have a insights over there, you can actually manage your alerts, and then you
Hmm.
can set up all the environment because we also have more than
Yeah,
100 bots that is running. So we manage our alerts using that options that is provided by UiPath Insights. So
yeah,
there you can set up as a healing agent as a what is it, the trigger point.
right, right.
Hmm.
You can get a alert message the immediately when you get whenever the screenplay is getting used, or even
Mm-hmm.
whenever the healing agent getting used, you would get the alert message.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think that is a good suggestions. The healing agent I think is there, but I haven't seen on my own that screenplay trigger is there or not. I think we have the fourth session on Insight. I'll ask that speaker to be prepared for this area if it is available. But in my
Hmm.
opinion, what I have seen that the healing agent is available inside, but I don't think the fallback method is available in Insights. For that, you have to filter out the log for warning. That I think. But if there is a better approach, I'll try to cover that in the Insight session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
yeah, we'll go for the
Thank you.
object repository. So I think
Okay,
so
so I have a
object
question here before that. Yeah, like if we get some login issues, if we get some unwanted pop-up in the login, so can we use this approach? If we get some unwanted pop-up in the login application in the application,
Okay. So,
basically.
semantic is not for that. For that, you can either use a healing part or the screenplay, because semantic is just looking for that particular selector that you have. I don't think it is just a fallback method. It is not. It will not click on pop-ups for you. For that, you can either do the screenplay or you can try that with healing agent as well.
I
Okay, what's the
will
difference between healing and semantic?
So I think that is coming a lot in Sector, so I'll cover that part too. So healing is agent is just a patch. For example, if you have old automation that are running in production environment, if those failed, if you have enabled healing agent, if it is able to find certain variation of that, if that difference between that, because it just take the screenshot and send it to the model and it confirms you what the issue is happening. Is there a pop-up on top? Is there something application that is on top of that? We have to minimize it or not. So it is just kind of a patch. So every time when it is running on a live environment, it is trying to solve that part for you at that moment. But it will, like for example, your process is running daily and it runs 10 times daily. So first time when that error came, the healing agent fix it. But every time when that is coming, it will always consume units. But the semantic agent is a bit different. It is not going to fix anything. It is firstly, it is in a development environment. You can set it up on your own. Healing agent is a patch, just a patch, and the semantic selector is a fallback method for you. For example, if you have the basic selector, it is just a fallback. If that fails, you can go there, because that way you are setting the prompt what it is. In healing agent, you don't have any control on the story what it should do. With screenplay also, that we know, we are telling it the context proper what it has to do. With healing agent, it's not the picture. The screenplay or the semantic are in the dev environment. You can set that up with yourself. So these are the basic differences.
So both are fixing basically, both are consuming the AI
Right.
units. So what's the difference
Right.
between the exact difference between the two?
So exact difference is how they work, because healing agent is patching your process when it is running. It will when your process doesn't have anything, it is setting something up for you to run. But semantic selector is a fallback method. The approach is basically altogether different. It is a part, like you have a selector, it acts as a, for example, if in selectors normally we have strict fuzzy CV and image. So that is a fallback method. If first fail, it try second, second fail, it try third fail, it try fourth. But healing agent is a patch. If doing in an environment, it will consume it on that area. So
Okay, what is a
difference.
patch?
Sorry.
What is patch?
Patch means that it is running there and some issue has come. It is just fixing it for you at that time.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, we can cover the all questions after that. So let's go for the next topic. It's object repository. So object repository is UI storage. So we can store our all UI into library or descriptor, and we can use it for the more than 100 plus project or 5 project, or means in multiple projects we can use that. So that is the that we can store in object repository. So it is for like let's suppose 5 developers are working on that, and we are using only one application. So object repository will help us to do the repetitive job in UI element capture. So that is the main objective of object repository. So we are saving the time to store object repository in objects in centralized location. So I will quickly give you a demo of that as well. So here I have that descriptor. I did that. So let's go again. This is the descriptor. Go into the object repository. So you can see that there is something changing in the environment in URL. So that's why I'm changing the uh, and enabled that semantic fallback method. So I want to do it in my whole the projects, whatever it is in production. So I am what I'm doing. So this is the library. I need to publish that, and after publishing it, so I want to apply that for the multiple projects. So I have two projects in this, so I will upgrade that into that. So automatically the version will upload, and that changes will happen in that project. So that 1 and 2 is the project name. So this is the only demo purpose. Okay, let me just do that over here. In the tools, you can find the project dependency mass update. So you can go here, choose select a dependency. So I want to select this Chrome UI bank load apply descriptor. Just go here and do next. So you want to do local, or you want to use the git, you can choose as per your requirement. Then I want to select the UiPath folder because I have multiple projects into that. And then my first and second project I'm selecting, then confirm, and where you want to publish that in the orchestrator. So I'm doing in a personal feed, then confirm. So it will take some time because we are uploading all the dependencies over there.
Uh, Ganesh, can you speed it up? I think we are short on time and we have to do the quiz also.
Yeah, sure. So that's it only. We are doing this only.
Okay, I'll also cover a bit brief on that too. Meanwhile, it is loading. So I think if you haven't heard of object repository, it's just an area where you can store all your selectors, and that you can create as a library. For example, the normal libraries we used to have workflows in that, but instead of that, you can create libraries for for selectors as well, and just integrate it when that selectors are required and use it up to your need. So just the kind of approach we want to show, like if you have worked on some selectors in some project, it doesn't require to create those selectors again. You can just create library of that area and just publish it, and wherever you want to use those selectors in a different project, the actions may be different, but the selectors are same. So that way you can utilize that. And also if you have the object repository there, you can either utilize the autopilot capability that we saw in the starting part as well. So just to cover that too in this.
Yeah.
Basically, we have to use the autopilot if we are having the object repository option.
Yes, because it doesn't know, because if you are not adding the object repository in that, so it doesn't know which selectors to work on. So if you have seen the coded environment also, if you want to create coded test cases in that too, that you can use object repository in that as well, because in that you are not passing the selectors, you are just linking those repositories. So it's just a repository. For example, our normal GitHub or Azure DevOps repository, it's just a there, but only for UI. And you can even transfer repository from one project to another project either by the normal copy paste types, export them as either by
Yeah,
creating a
yeah, I
library
understood.
to.
Actually,
Yeah.
basically, I understood that. I know object repository concept. I'm just
Right,
like
right, right.
trying to
Yeah.
clear the things with the new
Got it,
AI
got
So
it, got
concepts.
it. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what we did, we uploaded that selectors over here, and we upgraded the version. So whatever the changes we have done in the object repository, so it will reflect in this version, and that will work in fine. That will work fine in production environment. So that is the main purpose of that. So we can use the object repository and upgraded versions in UI with the use of this environment. So that's it from my side.
Great, great, Ganesh. I'll just answer a question in the chat. So, I think Ron has a question that is using object repository considered as a best practice now? Should new project using object repository or more good to have? So, I would say it is a kind of a best practices now, which an organization that I am seeing right now, because I think if you are not aware that, for example, if you have a certain selector to for click button, for example, and you are using that same selector in 10 instance in your project, if a change comes into that selector, you have to make changes in those 10 instance differently. But if those are linked to object repository, you just have to make change in the object repository and it will reflect in all 10 instances. So I think it is a kind of a best practice. Great. We'll take few more questions. Ganesh, can you unshare your screen? I'll just go ahead with the.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. I'll just share my screen for the quiz. Give me a second. Can you guys see my screen? And just start presentation too. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, just scan this code. We'll have a quiz on the topic that we have just covered. And if you want that quiz, you'll get a voucher from UiPath. With that, you can just buy goodies from them. I can see 15 people now. Okay. How many do we have, Ganesh, right now?
64.
Okay, let's wait for a minute then. 31, 33. If you are not able to, if the scanner is not working for you, just go to menti.com and enter the code that we have and it will work. Okay, we have 41. Just few more seconds and we are going to start. If you are facing issue, just drop a message in chat. I think Ganesh will help. Okay, I think 48 participants are there. I think we can move forward. Okay, so this is a fastest finger first. So do keep in mind what answer you are clicking. It will be a multiple choice question, and what answer you are clicking, you have to click that fast because the timing also matters in the rating. Okay, 40 players are ready. Anybody else waiting? 41, 42, 42. Okay, I think we should start. Okay, look at your phone screen rather than my screen. Your phone screen will be better. What is object repository used for? Storing files, storing UI elements, storing robots, storing licenses. Let's see if Ganesh was able to teach you guys. It's a test for Ganesh as well. Okay, 44 has correct answer. Great. Great work, Ganesh. Okay, let's see who's the fastest. Harshit. Harshit is the fastest. Okay, next questions. Question 2. Oh, 45 players are there now. Object repository is available in UiPath Studio, Excel, browser, and command line. Okay, one people has got wrong. Yes, written Excel. Okay, 43 is correct. Who's the fastest now? I think Harshit is still the fastest. Oh, Vignesh was the fastest. You can see how the question, the rating has changed. So Okay, question number 3. Semantic selectors are more fragile, dynamic, manual, and hard-coded. Easy questions. Okay, 40 people has mentioned dynamic. Let's see the leaderboard again. Vignesh is still at the top. Question number 4. Semantic selector is best for stable applications, offline app, dynamic application, games. Everyone has voted. Nice. Everybody is correct. Great. Let's see who's the fastest. Vignesh still on top. Question number 5. Semantic selectors work using random clicks, keyboard shortcuts, screen recording, AI understanding. Everyone has voted. Okay. Random clicks, screen recording. Correct answer is AI understanding. Harshit is coming back. Okay, next question. Object repository reduces error caused by selector change, power failure, internet loss, hardware crash. Little bit tricky this one, but let's see. Okay, everybody thinks it's easy. Only I was the one thinking it is tricky. Vignesh and Harshit, they are fighting for the first position. Question number 7. Autopilot reduces screen size, internet speed, robot license, development time. Everyone has voted. Everybody is correct. Great. Vignesh and Harshit. Again. Very little margin between them. Autopilot can suggest. This one is easy. Movie, songs, game, activities. Everyone has voted in 5 seconds. Everybody is correct. Final question, I think. Okay, final question. Let's see who's the winner. UiPath Autopilot uses which technology? Blockchain, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and cloud storage. Everyone has voted in again, 5 seconds. And everybody is correct. Ganesh, you should have tough questions.
See.
Okay, I think Vignesh is the fastest and he's the winner too. Vignesh, just send me this screenshot on LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
send you the voucher.
Thank you so much.
I think
Great.
everyone understood everything, so that's why.
Yeah, you can say that now, but it is a 2 hour session. No, it was a 1 hour session, but if you have any doubts regarding this topic or anything like that, just message me or Ganesh on LinkedIn. We'll try our best to help you out. And if required, if you have even more doubts, just suggest us what topic you want to cover on. We can even plan more sessions on that topic if you want. Okay, I think we are good. If you have any questions, you can just stay for a bit. Otherwise, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.